So quite a significant increase in profits you're looking at here, and also your learner numbers. So take us through what the drivers were there.
Yes, so remember the strategy in year one, that's now 2017, was first of all to acquire brands, because in the tertiary space you need qualifications before you can actually sell some product. So we did exactly that. We consolidated the market and bought some brands to get a range of qualifications wide enough to list the company on the 3rd of October. So interesting, if you argue that we had these brands by June last year already, and you ask now what would the effect have been over a 12-month period, then we are very happy to declare a growth of 19% on our contact learning numbers and a growth of 9% on our DL, that stands for distance learning students. So good growth all in all.
I mean, your strategy to create this multiversity, am I pronouncing it properly,
yes.
of 100,000 students by 2021, you on track for that?
Absolutely. The NDP, National Development Plan of this country, requires 1.6 million students to be in the tertiary space by 2030. Currently, the publics and the privates are accommodating approximately 1.3 million students. So somebody must take care of the next 500,000 students. So based on that argument and taking a look at the demand for students to be accommodated in the popular universities, we definitely have a strong chance.
You have a strong chance, and you're also looking to increase the kind of subjects that you're offering at your campuses. You're venturing into engineering and manufacturing, and also the health sciences. Tell us why.
Yes, so currently we own 4 faculties, and there are 4 new faculties under construction. A faculty of engineering, a faculty of architectural technology, also a faculty of agricultural sciences, and then very importantly so, a faculty of information technology. Now, the products that we purchased in terms of acquisitive growth covers the first 4 faculties. Now that we have enough qualifications to create growth for the next 2 years, we will use the period of 2 years to accredit our own qualifications for the next 4 faculties.
Sure.
But then yes, medical sciences is in the offing, but it is extremely difficult to create such a faculty. There's a huge demand. 9,000 qualifying students applied at our universities in 2017, all with the hope to become doctors.
Sure.
But our universities could only accommodate approximately 900 of them.
Sure.
So somebody needs to do something. We are collaborating with many public universities currently, and we will definitely give it a good go, because somebody needs to actually fulfill this function.
For sure. Are you finding that some of your students are being impacted or affected by the economy? We're seeing quite a number of schools talking about parents struggling to pay fees. How's the economy rather affecting you?
Thankfully, we are not experiencing negativity. Our bad debt sits at about 1.5, 1.6%. Although we believe towards the end of the year it will normalize at about just under 3%. But look, the two modes of learning delivery, call the one distance learning and the other one contact learning. Distance learning we currently offer for anything between 11,000 Rand per annum and 22,000, which is incredibly affordable.
Okay.
And then a typical bachelor's degree runs at about 50,000 Rand per annum. This is also in line with UNISA and the public universities. So although you're sending your child to a private university, it is not so expensive.
Okay, so price is not an issue. Could you talk to me about the appointment of Douglas Ramaphosa as a director there on the board?
Yes.
I see you looking to have him drive some transformation there. What does that mean?
So Douglas is an astute businessman. He serves on the Kiro board and the Stadio board. And we recently appointed him as the chairperson of the Transformation, Social and Ethics Committee. And he does a sterling job there by bringing in his expertise in terms of helping us to govern this tertiary institute. You know, according to the right principles. But a lovely, lovely business person to work with.
I mean, you know, your results are really excellent, and it's in a very difficult environment. But is there anything right now that worries you about this economy that is preventing Stadio from delivering even better returns to its shareholders?
You might be informed, but we formulated a pre-listing statement when we listed on the 3rd of October 2017, and we promised the marketplace that we would deliver approximately 56,000 students by 2026.
Sure.
It gives us 10 years. Now, based on the 13,000 students that we listed the company with, post that, the system only acquired an 8% escalation towards 2026, or growth, to reach 56,000 students. So, for the past year, we actually analyzed and re-analyzed the market, and based on that requirement from the NDP, we believe that even 100,000 students over time is absolutely actionable.
But what needs to happen to make sure that that happens?
Look, we need to provide infrastructure.
Okay.
As I said, many public universities, and don't make a mistake, they're doing sterling work, but they've now reached a point where they are limited by infrastructure, and the state can only provide that many subsidies. So we need to scale our model. As you know, we are now busy with the development of that comprehensive campus in the Western Cape that will accommodate 5,000 contact learning students. And then, of course, you know, the CAPEX spend required to cater for 100,000 students in the tertiary space isn't so aggressive, because you can accommodate distance learning students. So we think that the targets are very realistic.
Well, Chris, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time. That was Dr. Chris van der Merwe, who is the CEO of Stadio.